It's Brian from PubWriter. Something really quick I just want to point out is cap sensitivity. So you can't use caps in folders, but you can use caps in file names. Now we can't use spaces when we're putting PubWriter folder file names up. If you do, you have to put this funky percent symbol to make it work. So let me try to just clarify what this looks like. And this is because of Dropbox. Nothing I can do about this unless we move off of Dropbox. But we're going to go over to Dan's site. Thanks, Dan. And I'm going to look at a directory I created on his website called The First Migration. And within it, this is kind of a site within a site. This has its own separate index page. And this is the way it appears in his Dropbox folder. The First Migration, because we can't use spaces here. If I did create a folder with spaces, I'll show you what that would look like. But you can only use lowercase. So if I actually tried to use uppercase here, it's going to break. It's not going to work, error 404. So you've got to just, even if you see caps in here, because it's easier to see what this is called when there's caps instead of spaces, you still have to go to lowercase. But in the case of a file name, caps ignored test, see, this has to be written exactly as it's written here. So capital letters are indeed picked up in file names or page names. So if I were to instead strip this out and just do all lowercase, it's going to give me an error 404. So that's just an important distinction to kind of pay attention to. In general, you're always going to see me make sure that I am using all lowercase whenever I do a file name. The only time I might be using uppercase is when I'm doing a folder. But let's go ahead and see what happens if we put a space in a particular